Good morning, everyone. It's April 27th of 2025. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. I wanted to do a quick video here before I get on the road. I will be gone all week, so I thought it would be good for us to kind of talk about the general direction of the market, and then as far as sentiment, and also possible setups going into next week. As many of you know, the market has not been kind to a lot of people this year. And we know that because this year is completely different than last year. Last year, all we knew was this. When we look at the cues, this was last year. All we knew last year was this huge move back up to the previous high. And we did that. We took out the previous high. And everyone who got in here and who held and traded to the long side, they benefited from this all year long. Now, going into 2025, a lot of people ask me as far as what could possibly play out, and I told them there is absolutely no one left to be short against here to the left of this candle because we wiped this all out. So I really kind of labeled 2025 as the year of the hangover because we only had a few options here, right? We could either continue to go higher, that's one option, or we could stay inside, or we could trigger the 122 down, and that is exactly what we did right here. We triggered 1222 down. Now, why am I talking about that? Well, go back to some of my older videos back in 2024 before all this happened. And you will see that nothing has changed as far as what I have for the bigger time frames that I follow. Now, I may have a couple more indicators here and there, but they absolutely mean nothing to me. All I do is use them to trade around those areas. So if you go back to my older videos, and if you look, you'll probably see something just like this. Okay? You'll see you'll see studies like this. Okay, it'll look something like that. And I've had a lot of people ask, well, why are you following that stuff then if it doesn't matter? And the long answer is because I'm always willing to try something new and keep an open mind. And that would be something I would challenge you to do as well, especially if you're struggling in the market. And one of the nice things about the Discord server is that I am surrounded by a lot of talented traders. And because I keep an open mind, I'm able to have a very in-depth conversation with some of those traders because we all respect each other. We're not constantly going back and forth trying to prove to each other that this is the only way. And as a trader, once you understand that there are several ways to make money in the market, and if you can keep an open mind, you will benefit from it immensely. But I see it far too many times where new traders come into a Discord or into a Facebook group or pick whatever social media platform that you want. And they literally try to run the table with their opinions, but they're not profitable traders. And first of all, you have to ask yourself, if I am that individual, then why am I doing that? And a lot of it, if we're being honest, is due to ego or because that's how you cope with struggling. But we got to get to a point where a lot of us are able to have that conversation and to grow as a trader. And this is something that it's taken me about 15 years to get to. where I'm able to keep an open mind and have a conversation. And some of those other indicators that I had on there have helped me do that. But it all starts with the people in the room that I have grown to respect. And getting back to what we see here in the cues, this is normally how I've had my time frame set up. And one of the things that I've always been very good about is keeping the 10 moving average, simple moving average, not an exponential, but a simple moving average on every time frame. And this is the year, the quarter, the month, the week, and the day. And I remember when we first started to come down through here and we triggered this down, I said, this is a trade for me back down to the 10. And I kind of got laughed out of the room by a lot of the new people. But it didn't phase me because this is how I trade. I use the 10 as a good indicator for where I feel price can bounce. And a lot of the people in the room said, well, true straters are going to trade this all the way back down to here. And I said, well, yes, you're absolutely right. True straters will try to trade this all the way down here. And here's the truth. It might still get there. It might still get there. And I don't know what's going to happen. But what I do know is that I was looking for a bounce here and we got it. And so I've been able to benefit from this for the last couple weeks as far as just taking quick trades and putting money in my pocket. For the other people who have the doom and gloom, who are predicting that we are going to crash and burn, they're still trying to short the market all the way down here. And what you have to understand is that in the market, there is no straight down. And this stretch that we got right here in the cues felt like we were falling off of a cliff. But even this stretch right here, we had a little moment where we TTO'd before we put the next leg down. And now I'm not saying that we're not going to TTO here and go back down. Please don't hear that. Please don't hear that. That is a possibility. What I'm saying is that we got the bounce where we thought we'd get it, and we've been able to benefit from this for the last 2 weeks. Whereas a lot of traders who don't look at the bigger time frames, they continue to short the market and have it blow up in their face. And there are some people that I've literally have had to talk to one on one and say, why are you still doing that? The market is telling you right now that it wants to bounce. And this is where the bad habits come into play. Because my intraday chart told me to short this. And then because they have a bias to the downside, they get trapped in these trades only to have it blow up in their face. Let's see what happens. Keep an open mind. Let's see what happens. Let's see if this is the lowest part of the year. Let's see if this is the low. And like I said, I could be wrong. But here's the thing. If I am wrong, guess what? I will try to trade it down to here. That is TQQQ. Let's go to SPXL. Same thing. We're bouncing off the 10 here. TNA. You can see how we got the 222 rev and we completed it down to here. The real question is, are we strong enough to get down to here? And at the moment right now, we continue to find buyers through these levels right here. And then last but not least, we have UDOW, which is doing the same thing. It bounced off the 10 here and it's going up. That's all we're going to talk about as far as sentiment and just the general direction of the market. I will do a separate video here for potential setups because this one's getting a little long, but that's all I wanted to talk about. If you haven't joined the Discord server, join the Discord server. We have so many talented people in the group. And not only that, it's free. It's a great place just to come and learn how to trade the strat or how to share ideas. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't given this a like, please give it a thumbs up and a like and join the channel. All right. Until then, talk to you later.